thank you for coming out here to the Little Rock Zoo. What a beautiful day for this ceremony. I'm Mike Blakely. I'm the director of the Little Rock Zoo. And on behalf of the staff and the volunteers of the zoo, I want to welcome you to the grand opening of the Arkansas Farm. This project has been ongoing for almost a year now, and a lot of people have committed a lot of time and effort to make this features animals that the public can not only touch but also groom and feed. And this is a way for us to be able to teach the guests, the visitors here to the zoo, about sustainable farming and just about farming in Arkansas. We think that it's very important for children especially to know about the agricultural community here and the history of agriculture in Arkansas. We are thrilled to recognize several sponsors and supporters, partners in this, but I'd like to start off first with any of the Little Rock Zoo's Board of Governors. If you could raise your hand. I know there's a couple. Yeah. They have really made this project a success, and we appreciate that. And then now, if there's any members of the city board of directors, if they could raise their hand. Huh? Yeah, do it again. And okay. And then any of the Arkansas Zoological Foundation, if those people could raise their hand. Again, without their support and help, we would never have been able to do this. And finally, I don't think Bruce is here, but I want to thank Bruce Moore, city manager, for his support and help in this and really making this a success. I'd like to now recognize a long-term supporter of the zoo, somebody that, again, this would not have been successful without his help, but city board of director Brad Kazort. Could you come up here, please?
Certainly. Thank you, Mike. Good morning. Oh, we can do better than that. Good morning.
Good morning.
On behalf of my colleagues at the Zoo Board of Governors and my colleagues on the Little Rock Board of Directors, I do want to thank all of you for being here and welcome you today to the only accredited zoo in the state of Arkansas. The zoo is a very important place for our families and for our children to learn about. Try that one. Important place for our kids to learn about animals, about conservation, and about the world around them. In 2014, the Board of Governors created a new zoo master plan that the City Board approved. This is the first major project that's been completed after the adoption of that plan. And it was funded in part by the citizens of Little Rock, who supported a 3/8 cents capital sales tax, and we're very thankful for that. This new exhibit now just scratches the surface of what we are able to do and want to do to improve our zoo. It's a great start to our zoo's 90th anniversary. And again, I want to thank you for being here and thank you for supporting your Little Rock Zoo.
Thank you, Brad. Next, a man who has made the promotion of tourism in our city a top priority since he was elected mayor. Also, somebody who is committed to green initiatives and making the city of Little Rock a sustainable city. Mayor Stodler, please.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day to be at the Little Rock Zoo. Brad, of course, has been a longtime supporter of the zoo, and it's so great to have a colleague and a board member who's so committed to a tremendous attraction that brings over 300,000 visitors a year to our city. And you know, the most wonderful thing about this is it's a tremendous educational experience. And while many of us, and when I was a kid, my mother taught in a rural school district, and I would be able to go out there with her, and I'd spend time with some of the folks that in the farming community. And so I had a chance as a little kid to grow up and learn about all sorts of farm animals and, you know, the things that we depend on for food, for nourishment, the whole food supply system. It was something that was, you know, I lived in a city, but I had a chance to know about that. So just think about all of the kids that we have in our city who've never been on a farm. They've never had a chance to get close to a cow or a pig or a chicken. They only think they come from the supermarket sometimes. So I want to tell you that the educational experience that this presents, the Arkansas Heritage Farm exhibit, is really one that is going to do a lot to help educate our children. And part of that, and a very important part in these days and times, has to do with the issue of sustainable farming practices and livestock practices. And so we have a great chance today and in the future of being able to use and to exercise and to educate our children, our future generations, about the importance of sustainable farming and the opportunities that it provides. I want to particularly thank a wonderful, wonderful NGO, non-governmental organization that we have here in our city, an international NGO, obviously Heifer International. And what they do and what they have been doing for scores of years to help with this whole issue of sustainable, not only sustainable farming practices, but the ability to provide food and nourishment around the world to villages and towns, hamlets in developing countries. We are so proud to have Heifer International in our city. I'm just excited about what it means in terms of just one more quality businesses, a nonprofit that's decided to locate and stay here in Little Rock. And they have partnered with us on this. And so the educational opportunity that this exhibit provides with a partnership between Heifer and the city of Little Rock is really a tremendous commitment about the future of our citizens and the future of how we're going to feed the world. Heifer does that work to end hunger. They do it here. They understand sustainable practices, and they're going to have a chance to work with our kids in a very direct way through this Arkansas Heritage Farm exhibit. So I just want to say thank you so much. There are many, many partners that we've had, in addition to the sales tax that we use to help fund this, and I want to thank our citizens for that. But we've had a lot of support from other organizations, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we have multiple partners as it relates to the funding of this. The Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism, their Outdoor Recreation Grant Program, the Milk Stabilization Board, the Arkansas Department of Agriculture, the Central Arkansas Planning and Development Council, Highland Dairy, and of course the help from our Arkansas Zoological Foundation. So one of the things I think is really cool is that our train gets to run right around this thing. And I bet you, how many people that are here today have been on that train and ridden around? Raise your hands. See, we've all done it. We've all done it. We're going to have a chance to do it again, and now to take an opportunity to really take this wonderful new exhibit. This is a fantastic attraction. We as a city are so lucky to have an accredited zoo. A city this size many of the cities around the country this size do not have the great benefit of this Little Rock Zoo. And while it's called the Little Rock Zoo, it really is Arkansas Zoo. So go spread the word. We want to get even more than 300,000 visitors here this year. It's a great place to enjoy, to educate, and to have wonderful family fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mayor. And now I'd like to introduce a long-term volunteer here at the zoo. He's been working here at the zoo for over 18 years, first as an education docent and then as a member of the Arkansas Zoological Foundation. And now she has taken over the reins of that group and really providing great leadership for them. We appreciate her support and her help. Lisa Mueller.
Good morning. The Arkansas Zoological Foundation is the nonprofit that's dedicated to raising much-needed private funds for the Little Rock Zoo. It's been around for several years, and we're honored to have helped raise funds for the Arkansas Heritage Farm exhibit, and it's our pleasure to be here today to help dedicate the exhibit. I'd like to thank especially our previous board chair, Jennifer Owens, for her leadership. Jennifer led a team of dedicated individuals who helped raise much of the private donations for the farm exhibit. Thank you, Jennifer. There are also many individuals, organizations, and corporations who help make this exhibit possible. Some that we particularly want to thank today are the Arkansas Department of Parks and Tourism, their Outdoor Recreation Grant Program, the Drennan Insurance Company and Mickey Drennan, Beth and Mike Colson, the Arkansas Department of Agriculture, the Milk Stabilization Board, the Central Arkansas Planning and Development District, State Senator David Johnson, State Representative Warwick Sabin, also our friends at Heifer International for this outstanding and ongoing partnership, and especially for our friends at Highland Dairy for their ongoing commitment to the Little Rock Zoo. Nearly a decade ago, a man named Bob Coleman was instrumental in developing this ongoing partnership between Coleman Dairy and the Little Rock Zoo that Highland Dairy continues today. Some of you may know that Bob Coleman passed away recently, and our zoo family deeply feels the loss. In his memory and honor, the Arkansas Zoological Foundation will be purchasing a memorial bench to be placed at the Arkansas Heritage Farm to show our appreciation for his continued commitment to Arkansas farmers and to Arkansas families. Your foundation has many ways that you as zoo members can be part of exciting things that we have going on. You can join us April 30th for Wild Wines, or you can join the Wild Club and be a zoo member with special benefits all year long. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Lisa. Another partner with the zoo is the Arkansas Department of Agriculture, and I'd like to introduce Adrienne Barnes to come up and say a few words.
Agriculture and tourism are our top industries in Arkansas. So what a special opportunity here to blend two of the industries that really make such a difference in the value added to our state, in bringing people to our state, and in making a memorable impact on the visitors to our state. So of the many things that this is going to do in terms of providing hands-on learning, which is the best way to reach our next generation, right? What exactly does agricultural heritage stand for? Agriculture, according to our most recent statistics, provides over 280,000 jobs in Arkansas. It accounts for approximately $20.1 billion in value added to the Arkansas economy. That's nearly 18 cents of every dollar of value added in Arkansas. We're a small state, right? Overlooked many times nationally, but as a small state, we are among the top 25 in the production of 23 agricultural commodities. Number 1 in rice, number 2 in broiler chickens, number 3 in catfish, number 4 in cottonseed, and turkeys. And among others included are beef cows, wheat and honey, peaches, hogs, tomatoes, watermelons, and others. Many of those commodities are represented at this Agricultural Heritage Center. So not only are we showing and embodying our kids with milking a cow and with hands-on experiences back here with baby goats, and teaching them about the process that it takes to not only be a consumer of agriculture, but a grower or a farmer or a producer. We're also sending them with a very important message, which is how do we continue to sustain our highest grossing industry in the state. So the Arkansas Ag Department is here to help foster markets, foster sustainable agriculture, and basically do everything that we can to continue making this the strongest industry and educating folks in rural and urban communities about how we're all a part of it. Agriculture touches all of our lives, right? Whether we are a producer or a farmer or a consumer. And so this is a wonderful segue between those two worlds and between those two frames of thought. On behalf of Ag Secretary Wes Ward, on behalf of the Milk Stabilization Board, and on behalf of all divisions of the Department of Agriculture, including Forestry, the State Plant Board, and the Livestock and Poultry Commission, thank you to the Little Rock Zoo for placing such importance with promoting our state's top industry. Thank you to all of Arkansas for being interested in animals that are ours, right? We're a small state, but we have a lot to be proud of, and agriculture is a huge part of it. Thank you for having us today. Congratulations to the zoo on this wonderful new exhibit.
Thank you, Adrienne. And now, finally, I'd like to introduce a new partner to the Little Rock Zoo. We are so excited about this. This is Heifer International's Chief Financial Officer, Bob Bloom. And we really are developing a strong relationship with Heifer. For this project, they have not only provided animals, but also funds and volunteers, and they're going to have a long-term relationship with the zoo on teaching sustainable farming and sustainable farming practices and just about agriculture here in Arkansas. So we are so tickled to death to have them, again, part of the Little Rock Zoo family. So Bob, would you come up here, please?
Thank you, Mike, for your kind words. I'm excited to be here representing my Heifer colleagues and Heifer International. We have over 900 people around the world working to end hunger and poverty. And we're so excited to be participating in the opening of the Arkansas Farm exhibit this morning. Heifer works in 30 countries around the world, including the United States, and our U.S. work includes farmers in Arkansas. We work with farmers around the world to end hunger and poverty. We are proud to call Arkansas our home. In addition to the work we do in Arkansas, our Heifer headquarters is located in downtown Little Rock, and our Heifer Ranch is located in Perryville, just a few miles from here. For over 70 years, we have provided livestock and environmentally sound agricultural training to communities of farmers who struggle daily for reliable sources of food and income. I Googled the zoo this morning and found out that the zoo is actually 90 years old this year, so we've got two long-standing institutions here today. Part of what makes Heifer's work unique is our value-based approach. These values that we build into our training are called the 12 cornerstones and include things like accountability and self-reliance. Chief among these cornerstones is our passing on the gift value. Every family who receives an animal is committed to pass on one or more of their animal's offspring to another family in need. Passing on the gift allows a recipient to then become a donor, evoking the powerful transformation from need and gratitude to generosity and dignity. This unique approach creates a ripple effect that transforms lives and communities. We are very pleased to partner with the Little Rock Zoo to highlight the importance of farming. Farmers feed the world, and we are excited to pass on the gift of sheep at this exhibit. I would like to thank Director Mike Blakely, Susan Altry, the fine team here for the opportunity to be part of this wonderful event. This exhibit will be an inspiration for kids and families of all ages for years to come. So thank you, and have a great day. We're going to pass on a gift of two lambs that were born just a few weeks ago to the zoo from Heifer. We're now going to pass another item from Heifer to the zoo. This item is a chicken tractor. It's a economical way, an efficient way to raise chickens. It's a floorless item that allows chickens to be maintained in an efficient way. This thing can be moved easily so the grass can replenish itself, so the chickens can feed in alternate places. The grass can grow back. It gets aerated and fertilized, obviously, from the chickens, and then it gets moved around, and so you don't have to pick up the chickens and walk them all around. As you know, farming is a difficult enough task in any way, so that we can improve the labor efficiency of farming is important to the farmers. So this is actually a fairly small size chicken tractor. We have some that are much, much larger than this, but I think you get the concept. So we're going to pass this over to the zoo this morning as well.